Good morning, lovely people. Oh, sorry, my phone's swinging around. How are you all? I hope you're all well. I'm here this morning on a bit of a strange dog walk. It's looking a bit grey behind me. A bit concerned I might get wet, but hey ho, let's see how we get on. So I wanted to talk to you today about something I've been learning about, which is Buddhism. And I've been learning by reading a book about it. Just finished my book. It took me a while because my work's been getting busier again, so I've been having to do things in the 3D world, like advertising new classes and the like. But hey ho, that's what we have to do to survive in the 3D world for now. And so I took my time reading this Buddhism book and just love it. Love the lessons, so profound. What I really like about it is that I can learn about Buddhism without having to be a Buddhist. I can learn the lessons from Buddha, who was, very wise, very learned, and I don't have to follow the religion. And I don't like to follow any religion. It's not really me. I've never really understood how any religion could encompass all that there is and all of us, and I don't think they do. So I've never followed a religion. I just haven't. It's never felt right to me. I've always thought that it has to come from me, not from somebody else telling me what to believe or what to do. That I have to trust myself, which is what I do. But that doesn't mean that I can't learn lessons from it. I can't learn lessons from religion. I can take that information, take that learning and use it. And one of the lessons that I've learned so far from Buddhism is about human nature regarding our lives and regarding how we live our lives and how we want to, particularly in this modern day world, how we are basically afraid of change and trying to hold on to everything in our lives, everything that we love. We want to hold on to as though it will never go. And everything we don't like, we want to push it away as though we can. And what Buddhism teaches us is that we can't. We can't push away what we don't like, but we can know that it doesn't last forever. This too shall pass, which is one of my favourite quotes. When you're going through difficult times and also learning from these difficult things, we tend to learn our best lessons, don't we, when we're at our lowest. So they're important for our growth. But the way that Buddhism looks at life is as though it's a stream, ever changing, always changing. And we know that our bodies are creating new cells every single day. Every day our cells are being repaired and replenished, changed, we renew. So we're not really that same person every single day. And who would want to be? Who would want to be that same person that they were as a child? Who would want to be that same person they were as a teenager or a young adult when you didn't have as much knowledge, as much understanding? I certainly wouldn't want to go back to being my younger self. I feel like I'm wiser, like to think that I am. And that's because I'm a different person. Even my cells aren't the same. So I don't look the same. I don't talk in the same way. I don't work the same way. And that's something that we need to embrace, change, knowing that we are ever changing. And then that takes you to the question of life and what happens to us after death, and also where were we before we were born. And that's something that I've always wondered. If we're scared of death, then surely we must be scared of where we were before life, before we came into this world. Because in my eyes, that would be the same place. That where we go to is where we came from. And I wasn't worried about being born as far as I can remember. So why am I worried about dying? And it's quite freeing when you think like that. It's freeing when you start to see yourself as a part of the whole, as a part of the world, and that every day is like a rebirth, and that's not frightening. It's just change, it's just different, it's new, but that's exciting. And that nothing lasts forever, but that means nothing that we're trying to hold on to lasts forever, but nothing that we're trying to push away lasts forever as well. Illness, health challenges, they don't last forever. You know, we can make decisions, we can make changes, we ebb and we flow like a beautiful stream. And it all comes back to nature, doesn't it? All these lessons, we can see them in nature, we can see how nature works, and we've just got to open ourselves up to it. We've got to come out in it, we've got to experience it, we've got to look at it, we've got to wonder. I love that. I wonder every day. Not wander, I do that as well, but I wonder, W-O, rather than wandering around like I am with my dogs, because they're not coming where they should be. Come on, you two, this way. But I have wonder for the world. I am amazed by it. I try and look at beautiful things. I try and even look at the things that aren't beautiful in nature. I look at what I would normally think, oh, well, that's a weed or that's a bramble, but there's beauty in it. There's beauty in everything. There's beauty in the spring. There's beauty in the autumn and in the winter. There is beauty in all of it. And it's all ever changing. And if it wasn't, how boring would life be? How would we learn? How would we grow? How would we expand? How would we learn? We wouldn't. Oh, listen to that bird. Beautiful. And I think it answers a lot of questions, and that when we come out here into nature, we can absorb ourselves in it and we can learn. And that's what I wanted to say today. And I haven't been on for a while, so I've given you a bit of peace. So I've given you 7 minutes of my wanderings. Right, thank you. Have a lovely day. Take care, everyone. Bye.